How are you? Welcome to the most offensive side of the YouTuberverse. Yeah, welcome to my church, the Party Pen. Welcome for you. Welcome. Haha. Do not be wearied. I know where you are, and I know who I am. So, you have you've traveled a little way, and then you pass the Twilight Zone, the scary place, and then what else did you do? I don't remember what you did. Oh, you met some girl on the corner, hit the fork in the road, and took the right. Yeah. And then you rolled right into the most effective church this side of the universe, the Party Pen. You got here. And I am your great sage, the Saint of Awesome, your super stone sage, Saint Nikki Gilligrit. Yeah. So, come on in this way. I have the 60s for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chairs with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space, and a giant backyard that is full of raccoons. So, come this way, we have good time. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book called God Said, because he did not say that. But we are going to read his unofficial biography and find out what he did say. So come along with me. We have good time. Yeah. So what we are doing is we are reading Isaiah chapter 9. Even though we still don't know what chapter 8 is, even though we read it, we're just going to go to chapter 9 because it's going to be great. So, before we get started, did you take your medicine? Because I took mine a half hour early because I might be slow. But anyway, I took my medicine. Did you take yours? Did you grab you a cup? Did you grab you a cup of coffee? Because I am ready to get started. Yeah. So, let's say hello in the chat. Hold on. Wait. I can't read my chat. Hold on. Go back. Let's repeat. You censored what you're reading, babe. I don't know what that means. What? Babe. I'm broke and I can't help at the moment. Codeine Crusader. Yeah. Oh, sweet. My medicine is weed. I can't drink booze because I take cedar pills. Really, I can't do anything because I take cedar pills. Not even supposed to be smoking weed. But my my neurologist and my psychologist said it's okay. I just can't smoke an ounce of weed a week. I have to slow down. I'm just drunk. Do you want to be an animal? You can be an animal. Speaking of animals, I have animals. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you the animals I have. Well, these are only some of the animals that I have, but we're going to press play. And then we're going to go here. And then we're going to, bam! Yeah, big animal. Well, that's not very big. Is that big? Can you see that? I want to know if you can see that. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Well, that doesn't help. Hold on. I'm going to do something good. Maybe. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Wait, what's happening? Oh my God. I'm so lost in life. Okay. Did it pause? Damn it. I suck. My life is terrible. I don't know what's happening. There. Okay. Now we know what's happening. Do I got. No, I don't play video games. I see double. I just. No, babe. I'm a god. Oh, well, that's cool. I am the sage. I identify as someone who knows things. Yeah, I know lots of nothing. That's why we're reading God's unofficial biography, so I can know things. But is Miss Muddy still here? She disappeared on me. She told. Oh, wait. I'm stuffing my face right now. Okay, go ahead. My bad. But we do got a visitor in the chat, and I am going to smoke a cigarette till you get here. I need to know furry or gay. Neither. I wish I did exciting ass shit. Are you kidding? I'm crippled and brain dead. And I identify as people who know things. You know? Hi, Neil. I was just talking about you. Did you like that thing I sent you? It was the best, right? It's like jingle bells. It was amazing. It was the best thing. I want weed. Well, we need to smoke a cigarette first. Or I do. Maybe Neil lit a bowl. He can smoke a bowl with you. You can hit his bowl and then my cigarette. Which sharing is caring and caring is love. And we love everybody. Do you like my raccoons? There's fucking 10 of them. How big was it? I don't know. Hold on, I'll show you. Ooh, there goes something. It's this big. Oh, it's my middle finger that fell. Damn it. I was trying to make it nice. But I guess I got clumsy hands. Okay. So, um, Codeine Crusader. I have to tell you, codeine was one of my favorite drugs before I got sober. Yep. I've been sober in April. I think it'll be 15 years. But codeine was it was an interesting show a what? A pinky pod? I don't know what a pinky pod is. Are you being a troller? Are you trolling me? Because I need to smoke a cigarette. We need to read because I saw Miss Muddy. That means it's time. Miss Muddy is she is, I don't even know what to call you, Muddy. She is the master of my brain.
Sugar coated Christian over here.
Yeah, which I have no idea how she's on my channel, but she is the best Christian that I've met. I'm number one, babe. I am trolling, but oh, well, cool. I love babies, and it's a good thing. So, are you staying for chapter 9? Will you like? You don't even have to subscribe, but pick the like button. Oh yeah, I'm not killing my brain cells to call you a they. I wanted to know what animal you wanted to be. Legit cute. Yeah. These are my raccoons. I got like 10 of them. No. How many money? Like 12 or 13? No. Like 10 to 12, I think. And next spring, there will be at least 5 more. So, if you can get your troll friends to send me $1 each so I can buy some dog food for my raccoons, I would highly appreciate it. Oh, yeah, you know what? You know what? Jordan Peterson said lobsters are like noble creatures. I don't think he exactly said that, but they seem like they're noble in the way he describes them. You could be a lobster dressed like a wolf. That's amazing. I'll always remember that. Okay, let's get to chapter 9. Wow. Okay. Now, uh, so pretty much in chapter 8, God, speaking through Isaiah, told the people you're fucked. Like, no matter what you do, you're going to be fucked. So, yeah, that's, that's what he said. And then, Muddy, I love God voice so much, but I think throughout this, it's going to be highly confusing to use God voice because they just talk back and forth. I never know who's talking. So, God voice might be cut out for most of this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I understand too.
I do not. It's bullshit. I like God voice. Okay. It says, but there will be no gloom for her who is in anguish. In earlier times, he treated the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali with contempt. But later on, he shall make it glorious by the way of the sea on the other side of the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. See, what the fool! This is Jesus thing. This is how you know these motherfuckers never read Das Bible in their whole fucking life. Because he's telling you right there, it's going to be Galilee of the Gentiles. Because I also forgot, he talked about Jesus. There was a Jesus thing in here, but he didn't exactly say Jesus. He said Emmanuel. But if you remember in the New Testament, Jesus, his name before Jesus was Emmanuel. And that's a saying, right? That he's going to make it glorious in Galilee of the Gentiles, which is where Jesus is from. But is he, though? I don't remember. Because he came out of Nazareth to, no, it was Bethel, wasn't it? He came out of Bethel and they went to Egypt. And then they came to Galilee and he was a carpenter. And then he went on a shit talking tour. So, what, I don't remember where he came out of or where he came from originally. But I know when he went on a shit talking tour, it was out of Galilee. I'm close to right, ain't I, Muddy? Are you talking to AI? No, my Discord's on. It's Miss Mudduck. She said hi in chat.
Yeah. Oh, my Discord. I'm here.
Okay.
I can't hear you. Okay, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Finish the verse and then talk shit. Yeah, I have a real problem with that. I apologize. I swear. And none of your business. This is not scary because I can't use God voice. So you can stay. There will be no God voice because it's too confusing. Okay. So I'll read. No, it was a verse. Now we're on the second verse. Hold on. The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. Those who live in a dark light or in a dark land, the light will shine on them. That's what's happening right now. That's the only thing I'm going to say, is that's what's happening. Thou shalt multiply the nation. Thou shalt increase their gladness. They will be glad in thy presence, as with the gladness of the heart of harvest. As men rejoice when they divide the spoil. For thou shalt break the yoke of their burden and the staff on their shoulders. Metaphorically, that's a Jesus thing. The rod of their oppression, as at the battle of Midian. We didn't read that, but it's in here. For every boot, for every boot of the booted warrior in the battle tumult, the cloak rolled in blood will be for burning, fuel for the fire. For a child will be born to us, a son will be given to us, and the government will rest on his shoulders. And his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Eternal Father, the Prince of Peace. I had a pipe, right? It was a South Park Jesus, and it was a bowl. And I used to call it my piece of peace from the Prince of Peace. and nobody knew where the hell that came from. It came from right here. There will be no end to the increase of his government or of peace on the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish and uphold it with justice and righteousness from then on and furthermore, forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will accomplish this. That's why Jesus was a dick. Jesus was so mean. Look, and Das Biblically tells you, yeah, he's gonna be mean. that gives me the giggles, because that's how you know these motherfuckers never read this book. They killed Jesus for no reason other than they never read their book. The Lord sends a message against Jacob, and it falls on Israel. And the people know it. That is, Ephraim and the inhabitants of Samaria, asserting in pride and in arrogance of heart, the bricks have fallen down, but we will rebuild with smooth stones. The sycamores have been cut down, but we will replace them with cedars. Therefore, the Lord raises against them adversaries from Rezin, and spur their enemies on, the Arameans on the east and the Philistines on the west, as they devour Israel with gaping jaws. Yeah, take that and stuff. In spite of all this, his anger does not turn away, and his hand is still stretched out. That's like what's happening and stuff. God is really mad at these fucking people. For wickedness burns like a fire. It consumes briars and thorns. It even sets the thickets of a forest aflame, and they roll upward in a cone of smoke. Antifa also does that, I guess. I'm just kidding, God, but you know that's exactly what they do. It's why they don't clean California, because it's easier to set on fire that way. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know. He knows. The fury of the Lord of hosts. The land is burned up, and the people are like fuel for the fire. No man spares his brother. And they slice off what is on the right, but they are still hungry. And they eat what is on the left hand, but they are not satisfied. Each of them eats the flesh of his own arm. That's self-cannibalizing behavior. That's what liberals do. They cannibalize themselves so they can bitch about it. I'll read chat in just a second, okay? We're almost done. Okay. Manasseh devours Ephraim, and Ephraim Manasseh, and together they are against Judah. In spite of all his anger, in spite of this, his anger does not turn away, and his hand is still stretched out. Okay, I'm gonna read chat. Okay. Neil, are you leaving? Why? Why don't leave? Okay. Okay. I wish I knew who you were, Codeine. I do. What did you want to be? A lobster, my little lobster friend. See, I remembered, and I didn't even have to look back. Neil, why are you leaving? I just finished this chapter. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's almost bedtime. Present. Oh, okay. So, what does everybody think? Codeine, what do you think? And you can call me Baby and Boo. Nobody else does. You can call me that, my lobster friend, even though I don't know you and you literally showed up today. Need update. Okay. Good night, Neil. You can finish watching this in the morning. I am drinking coffee with you. Yeah. And my little lobster friend. Uh did you subscribe so you can keep calling me baby for the rest of my life because nobody else does? Miss Muddy, what do you think? It's highly complicated, ain't it? You can type it because if you're talking, I can't hear you. You're probably not talking though.
Well, thank you. I'm muted. And the first thing I said was, "How you doing, baby?"
Surprisingly, I'm good.
Where was I?
I thought I had a cigarette.
Oh, what I said was, he's just prophesizing the future of joy and peace, after the period of darkness that they go through, announcing the birth of a great king, and his name's going to be Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Hey, this whole book kind of repeats itself on some things, and each time it repeats itself, it just gives you a little more information. Just a little more information. So it's just it'll repeat it and then give you a new nugget. What I call new nuggets.
It's word magic. And that is a theme throughout this book. When there's a new writer, like in the book of Moses, of the books of Moses, it's a new writer. Almost every 5 chapters, it's a new writer because God's always killing people because they want to be assholes. So he's always killing them. So then they got to get a new writer. So it's many writers that are writing this stuff.
I agree with that. That's why they keep repeating Isaiah's story, because, you know, it was written down.
It's the
So
same.
it sounds like Isaiah's repeating it, but it's actually other people repeating what he wrote.
What he wrote. And it's the same with Moses and all. And Moses is the same story. And the book of Judith, they tell a little bit. And then the next chapter, they tell the whole story, but a little bit more. And then it just goes on and on like that. And maybe it's the book of Judith. Yeah. And that's why I keep saying, did they get paid by the word to put this book together? So then maybe they're just filling. The people that put this book together are just filling stuff in. But also, some of the people that put this book together were not really fans of Jesus. So if they really put the story of Jesus in here, that means that shit really happened. And this Old Testament really does prophecy about Jesus. And it even says he comes out of Galilee. And they didn't read this book and they killed Jesus for no reason. Other than he did exactly what this book, Isaiah, said he was going to do. And it's fucked up. And I don't mean to bark on the story of Jesus, but when you see it, you got to point it out, right? I see it, I point it out. And it may not be the right thing to do, but if you're convinced everybody's lying to you, somebody should point out they are lying to you and this is how. Right? I'm right about that, right?
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Yeah, I think I am pretty close, but I might not be right. But I'm closer to right than any preacher ever. And I'm not even a preacher. But I think we'll get to the part where it prophesies about these people and how they're going to turn on Jesus. Because I know in Psalms 22 they do. They talk all about it. And you would think somebody would have pointed that out. Hey, this is just like in Psalm 22. But nobody did. But I'm going to quit barking on Jesus and we're going to go to chapter 10. Codeine, are you still here? You might not be here no more.
Maybe not. Maybe just lurking. But let's go ahead and do chapter 10.
Okay. I think Codeine Crusader is a girl. She probably is a girl. And she's probably a gamer chick. That's my guess. How about we turn on the light? Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. Yep, this is another thing that's going to tell you that these people lied about the rules in the Old Testament. I remember this because this is where I thought that first. I remember, like, the first time I finally got through this whole book. It's like, yeah, this is how you know they're lying. Okay. Woe to those who enact evil statutes, and woe to those who constantly record unjust decisions so as to deprive the needy of justice and rob the poor of my people of their rights, in order that widows may be the spoil, and that they may plunder the orphans. Bless you. Now, what will you do in the day of punishment and in devastation which will come from afar? Here we go. And to whom will you flee for help? Ooh, that's America. And where will you leave your wealth? Nothing remains to crouch among the captives or fall among the slain. In spite of all this, his anger does not turn away, and his hand is still stretched out. Woe to Assyria, the rod of my anger, and the staff, no, and the staff, in whose hand is my indignation. I send against a godless nation and commission it against the people of my fury to capture booty and seize plunder. Man, okay. And to trample them down like mud in the street. Yet it does not so intend, nor does it plan so in its heart, but rather it is its purpose to destroy and to cut off many nations. For it says, are not my princes all kings? Is not Kalino like Carchemish, uh, or Hamath like Arpad, or Samaria like Damascus? As many as my hand has reached to the kingdom of the idols, whose graven images were greater than those of Jewland and Samaria. Shall I not do to Jewland and her images just as I have done to Samaria and her idols? So it will be that when the Lord has completed all his work on Mount Zion, which is the city of David, and Jewland, he will say, I will punish the fruit of the arrogant heart of the king of Assyria and the pomp of his haughtiness. For he said, by the power of my hand and by my wisdom I did this, for I have understanding, and I remove the boundaries of the people and plunder their treasures. That's why America needs guns. This right here is why America needs guns. This is their master plan. The Bible is a Democrat playbook. You take the shit away from the people. Look, I have divided her. I have removed the boundaries of the people and plundered their treasures. Don't do that. Okay. Is the axe to boast itself over the one who chops with it? Is the sword to exalt itself over the one who wields it? Gun control. That would be like a club wielding those who lift it, or like a rod lifting him who is not of wood. Therefore, the Lord God of hosts will send a wasting disease among his stout warriors and render his glory. A fire will be kindled like a burning flame, and the light of Israel will become a fire, and his Holy One a flame, and it will burn and devour his thorns and briars in a single day. And he will destroy the glory of his forest and of his fruitful garden, both soul and body. And it will be as when a sick man wastes away, and the rest of the trees of his forest will be so small in number that a child could write them down. Now it will come about that day that the remnant of Israel and those of the house of Jacob who have escaped will never again rely on the one who struck them, but they will truly rely on the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. A remnant will return, the remnant of Jacob, to the mighty. For though your people, O Israel, may be like the sand of the sea, only a remnant within them will return. A destruction is determined, overflowing with righteousness. For a complete destruction, one that is decreed to the Lord God of hosts, will execute in the midst of the whole land. Therefore, thus says the Lord of God of hosts. I God voice, yay. What am I doing? What the fuck? And the Lord, therefore, oh, that's what I said. Oh, my people who dwell in Zion, city of David, do not fear the Assyrian who strikes you with a rod and lifts his staff against you, the way Egypt did. For in a very little while, my indignation against you will be spent, and my anger will be directed to their destruction. And the Lord God of hosts will arouse a scourge against him, like the slaughter of Midian at the rock of Oreb, and his staff will be over the sea. He will lift it up the way he did in Egypt. So it will be in that day. His burden will be removed from your shoulder, and his yoke from your neck, and the yoke will be broken because of fatness. Yeah. He has come against ice. He has passed through Migron at Michmash. The deposited of his baggage. Okay. They have gone through the path, saying, Geba, Gerber baby food, will be lodging our place. Rama is terrified. Rama is where the prophet Samuel is from, but that place will be terrified. And Gibeah of Saul has fled away. Oh, yeah, that was a place near where Samuel's from. Cry aloud with your voice, O daughter of Golim. Pay attention, Laish, and wretched Anas. Madmena has fled. The inhabitants of Gabim have sought refuge. Yet today he will halt. He will halt at Nob, one of the nasty boys. Shakes at the first mountain of the daughter of Zion, city of David, the hill of Jewland. Behold, the Lord, God of hosts, will lop off the bows with a terrible crash. Don't know what that means. Those who are tall in stature will be cut down, and those who are lofty will be abased. And he will cut down the thicket of the forest with an iron axe, and Lebanon will fall by the mighty one. Okay, that's the end of that chapter. Chapter 11 is pretty short. Chapter 12, that's kind of short. I don't know. Anyway, hey, Red's here. And I'm guessing Codine's not still here. Well, hi, Red. Welcome. Where'd my coffee go? Here it is. How are you, Red? We're in between chapters. Well, I don't know. Do we want to do 3 chapters? Probably not, right?
That's up to you. I'm a little tired. How long is the next chapter? Was
Not
that chapter
long
11?
Yeah, not long at all. But you know, I talk a lot. So, yeah, we can do chapter 11 tomorrow. Oh, you know what? Right here.
Sounds really like a good plan. How you doing today?
Actually, I've been doing pretty good. I got most of my dishes done, all the trash out. I had 2 bowls of noodles.
2 bowls of noodles. You have to watch out for that potassium now.
Yeah. What about potassium?
If you wake up in pasta has a lot of salt in it. If you wake up in the morning and your feet hurt or you feel spongy or anything, that's you getting too much salt.
I probably am getting too much salt.
I mean, there's so much salt in everything we buy now. The doctor says don't eat salt. Yeah, right.
Some
you quit
things,
eating everything.
some things are way salty though.
Yeah.
I mean, you can taste it when it's salty.
Yep.
What kind of noodle? Just ramen noodles. Some, just some ramen noodles. Nothing fancy. But I had 2 bowls of them today. I
How
am.
do you make your ramen noodles?
Dustin got a kettle, so I just do them like you do in prison. Throw them in a bowl and cover them for 5 minutes, and then just eat them.
Oh, okay. So I make them like you make them, except for I add fresh onions and I drop a couple of eggs in it.
Oh, Feather said potassium isn't salt. I don't even
Oh, it's
know.
not?
I know potassium has something to do with leg cramps. Like if you get cramps in your leg, you should eat bananas.
Or drink pickle juice. Yeah, Red, you got it going on. You know, when I was younger, I used to buy beef consomme, egg noodles, and beef bouillon, and that's how I would make real top ramen. I'd make it, and but now it's so expensive to buy a can of beef consomme. It's just cheaper to go buy the top ramen stuff
You
and
know,
add an egg to it.
you know the best way that I make ramen, like ramen salad. I add some mayonnaise, like all kinds of like garlic powder, onion powder, and mix it with
Yeah.
mayonnaise and put, stuff in there and just eat it like that. Or I mix it with cheese puffs. You crunch up some cheese puffs and you put ramen and hot water in there, and that makes it ghetto macaroni and cheese.
Oh man, that sounds kind of good actually.
I learned it in jail. But
Ooh,
if
chicken
you,
and dumplings. That sounds really good, Red. I had chicken and dumplings last month, and the dumpling come out kind of like an uncooked biscuit, but it was pretty good.
all right, I'll let the cats in. So we got a new person in here tonight. Calls me baby and boo. That was really
Ooh, baby,
nice.
baby.
Yeah, that was
And
real.
BB, what would BB mean? Is that what he said, BB? Ooh, with carrots and celery. I don't like celery. Love onions, but I could pass on the celery. I don't know why. It just cilantro too. It makes it gives a funky taste in my mouth.
Hey, hey, cilantro. If it tastes like dish soap to you, if it tastes like dish soap, you have a genetic defect. Like you have DNA. Your DNA is fucked up because it's not supposed to taste like dish soap.
I feel like a cow chewing on grass when I eat cilantro. But I don't know if it's not really a dish soap taste. But then I never really thought to try to figure out what it tasted like to me.
Dirty
Huh? That's
dishwater
interesting.
tastes like dirty dishwater.
Huh. All right.
Sodium is
Okay.
salt. That's what it is. Sodium, not potassium. That's exactly, yeah. So don't uh, don't shy away from potassium. Muddy has mad dawn disease. I have mad dawn disease though, for real. Because I'm telling you, when people put cilantro on my tacos, it just nope, I can't do it. It's like I take one bite and it's like the whole thing tastes like dish soap. But Dustin said
Okay, so there's one gene, OR6A2 gene, and that's the gene that makes it taste like soapy water. And then there's another gene, the GNAT3 and the TAS2R50 are also contributors, but it gives it a bitter or unpleasant flavors. And I think that's what I am, is the bitter. Don't take a big vote.
well, I've got the first.
Weird, I didn't know that. I just knew that when I got cilantro on my food, it just made the food taste different.
Yeah, it's gross. I can live my life without cilantro. I'm so glad I wasn't born in Mexico because they put cilantro on everything.
Huh. That's interesting.
I wonder which
Did
one.
not know that. I wonder what other kind of foods would have that effect on people.
I don't know. Dustin just told me the cilantro one. I'm taking notes. Yeah, we're learning.
I don't like some barbecue sauces, but I think it has something to do with the vinegar.
Yeah. I have a hard time making barbecue sauce. But I can make it, but it always turns out like sweet and sour sauce.
Mad damn disease. Oh, mad dawn disease. I can't read. I'm tired.
It's okay. We're gonna.
Well, where'd you go?
I wonder how close this video is to done.
You been busy tonight, Red?
Yeah, Red, what have you been up to? What have you done all day, Muddy?
Well, I had a help out a friend job last night, and I worked till like 9. I didn't leave till like 9:30. And I woke up late this morning and got to work about 15 minutes late. So I got off work about 30 minutes late. I just work all the time. I came home and played with the dogs, and then I got online with you.
Man. Hey, Feather. And Muddy. I got a question for you guys. Are you guys conservative? Are you conservative, ladies? Not like, uh, politician wise, but are you more of a conservative type woman or a liberal type woman?
I don't know what I am. I'm a duck, a dino duck.
Right.
I like people, and I just treat everybody pretty much the same.
I know.
Try to anyway.
But can you guys do like the whole cooking and cleaning and taking care of a family and giving a shit about stuff? Are you guys those kind of women?
Well, I like cooking and cleaning, but I also like working and having my own money. So I guess I'm in the middle.
Because I went from screaming liberal to conservative lady. Although I'm not a lady, and I could really give two shits about anything. But I've been red pilled. I identify as a conservative, but I don't know how to be a conservative woman, you know, like the kind that cook and clean and handle a family, even though it's my family. I'm really bad at those things. How do you do it?
I had a mom that wasn't very good, and I guess for me it was I'm not going to be like that when I grow up, and so I made a effort to not be like my mom. So I learned how to clean and cook and take care of my kids and not do the things she did. I guess that's really what molded my life.
Feather said she's not confined to the kitchen. Lucky. But I guess I kind of get away with not cooking because I'm brain damaged. But I really have no excuse for the other shit other than I forget. I forget I'm supposed to do things.
Well, you say, here, I'll give you a little advice. Let's say you want to do some laundry, right? You need to fold the clothes.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, me too. I hate that too. But I make a effort to spend 15 minutes folding clothes every day. And honestly, 15 will turn into 20. And 20 will turn into 25. And before you know it, it's all done. And then you've caught up. But, life gets in the way and you get a phone call or you get a knock at the door or raccoon comes in the kitchen and gets in the pots and pans. I don't know. But I'm a clutter bug. I have cluttered spots in my house that I should work on. So I'm no different than anybody else.
I have. Well, my whole house is cluttered. Yeah, not exactly dirty, just cluttered. But then I don't do the dishes for a couple days. And then it's not cluttered anymore. No, it's always cluttered, except for like the dishes. Those are always cluttered.
My husband is a huge huge help too, Red. I'm gonna brag. I probably have the cleanest windows in the county because he is OCD on glass, and my yard always looks nice, and there's no trash in my yard or anything like that. So, and I never do a damn thing on the yard, but he makes it look like a golf course sometimes.
Yeah. No, my yard has animal bowls all over because there's so many cats. There's like
Yeah.
food bowls everywhere. Like everywhere. Hey, Muddy, this showing my rag. Wait, what?
I was gonna say, hey, Sage. Yeah, I've been watching it.
This was a good idea. It was a good idea. Like, I did this 5 minutes. It's not all the raccoon videos, but I did this like 5 minutes before we went live yesterday. I was like, oh yeah, fuck this video. I forgot about it. And then I remembered. Shit. Same. We are good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. But Dustin collects toys. He collects like Hot Wheels cars. He collects Legos. He collects everything. Uh, Nerf guns. Like my house is filled with so many toys. Like a little kid lives here. And both my kids are grown ass adults. But he has so many toys and art supplies, and he doesn't even do art. Like, there's so much stuff.
I got the hiccups.
Oh. So, what do you want to talk about real quick, Feather? Look at him. He stands on all twos, like as a trick. He's like, if I stand on both my feet, can I have some food? He loved it. And here he comes again, fat ass. He wants all the food all the time.
I need to sell some stuff. I collect antique stuff.
Really?
Yeah. And rocks. I collect rocks.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? Like, everybody collects rocks. It's so interesting.
I've got fossils and all kinds of. I got a black rock from the White River and a white rock from the Black River, and just kind of. I've always collected. I've always been grounded to the earth, I guess.
That might be why many people collect rocks, because they just feel like they need to. It keeps them somewhat sane.
You want to hear a crazy story? Okay, so one year, my kids, I think it was the oldest one, she took a box of saltine crackers and she went out and she collected rocks and she individually wrapped each rock And then she put the rocks in this saltine cracker box, and then she wrapped it up as a Christmas gift for me. And so when it came time to open up the gifts, I picked this box up, and it's this heavy box, you know? And then I open it up, and I've got all these individually wrapped items, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, they got me a nativity scene. I already have so many nativity scenes. I don't need another baby Jesus. And I start unwrapping these little wrapped up gifts, and they're rocks. And it was the best Christmas present I ever got from my kids. It was so amazing. But I had thought to myself that that was a nativity scene because of how many pieces there were, you know. And it made me laugh for many years. I was tickled every time I would think about that. They were so thoughtful. They thought of, you know, what does mom like? Well, mom likes rocks, so let's get her a bunch of rocks for Christmas. It was amazing.
I want to make a homemade.
Oh, right. Red.
Oh, yeah, it might make tears unbalanced. I want to make Dustin's mom a homemade photo album. That's what I want to make her, but we gotta get photo pages.
Yep.
Yep, I don't know even where to find photo pages. This video is coming to an end. It's got 10 more minutes left. Making a TV. You know, they might have a rock big enough for a baby Jesus. Look at him.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to jump off of here and go to bed because I do have to work in the morning also, like Neil.
All right. Well, I love you, Miss Muddy. Thank you for coming. I'm going to sit on here for a second and talk to Red if she wants to talk. But go give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass. Have the sweetest dreams ever, Miss Muddy. I love you so much.
Thank you. Right back at you. Love you. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow, okay?
Yep. Same bat.
Bye, Red.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. Everybody's off Discord. So, Red, what's on your mind? Went to trick or treating. Right? Sometimes those trick or treat bags feel like a bag of rocks. But the thing when I was a kid was hit as many houses as you can so you can have all the candy that you want. But it never lasted long. Those pillowcases got dumped out, and I always ate all the good candy first. Winding down. Yeah, same for me. Same for me for sure. Are you ready to get off here? Or do you want to talk some more? No, but I did see Peanuts Christmas. But I never knew they had a Halloween. I've never been a Charlie Brown fan. I've only ever seen the Christmas one. You know, the one about the tree? What's my favorite candy? Rolos and Milky Way. I'm addicted to that caramel. Although I have found that I like those toffee bars, but they're better when you dip them in coffee. Look at his stubby little tail. Man, I love those guys, those little raccoons. Peanut tail. I think I did see that one at least one time where they had that giant pumpkin. I didn't know that was a Halloween one. I, yeah, there's something about the Milky Ways, man. Those Milky Ways are fire. Oh, that's Matt. He, um, it's getting cold, so he doesn't come out much anymore. It's getting too cold. A lot of them don't come out. But there's so many of them now that I can't even name them all because I can't think of any names, so now I just call them the babies. But they might not even come next year because some of the older ones they don't come this year. Their personalities, like that one is Sheldon. He won't come on the porch and he won't eat human food. He only eats dog food. That one is Cletus. He eats bread and crackers, but he doesn't really like pizza. And then there's another one, George. He just snatches food. You're lucky he doesn't bite you, like when you try to give him food, because he just grabs it and runs away. That's Cletus. He also will stand on all twos, but he doesn't do it for very long. I think that's one of the new ones. He also won't come to the door. And he won't go around other raccoons either. But he's friends with a possum, which I didn't name either. Look, he don't even care I'm standing there. He's like, I'll just walk in your house. Yep, some of them aren't even scared. They just ignore me. Look, he just comes out of my house. He's like, I don't care. I own this place. Now give me some dog food. That red thing is a cat box. Dustin turned it from a tote into a cat box. So the cats can just run in and out and use the bathroom. Look, that's Willow and the raccoon. They're friends. Yeah, I could talk about my raccoons all night because they are fun little guys and they don't give a shit about my house. But anyway, are you are you ready to go to bed, or do you want to talk about what's on your mind? Are you having a garage sale? Oh, I didn't even know you could edit. Oh, you can edit that. We can use that picture. Okay, we'll use that picture. Okay. Hi, everyone who's watching. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. We are winding toward the end of this stream. So feel free to chat in the chat, press like and subscribe. And every night at 10:15 Eastern, we do the Bible. And we end around 11. And then we just do some talking. And then we end the stream. We're doing. Ooh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish we could resell some of this stuff, but ain't nobody interested in toys but my husband. Okay, I'm gonna smoke this cigarette. Do you want to smoke this cigarette with me and then get off here? Or do you want to get off here and then smoke a cigarette? Or a joint, whichever one you have. Damn. Already at an hour and a half. We're doing such a good job. What are you going to be for Halloween? I just asked you if you were ready to get off here, and then I asked you what you're being for Halloween. I'm kind of an asshole, but I assume you want to stay and smoke the cigarette. That's what I'm assuming, but you don't have to because I assume. You know what assuming is? Makes an ass out of you and me. Gonna go have a good night. Yeah, see? I love you, Feather, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. I love you so much. Good night. I'm gonna hit the outro in case anybody else wants to say good night. I'm hitting the outro. Good night, guys. Love you. Okay.